So this is Yen Ready, and I'm going to be talking about the CAD updates. For the CAD updates, we're changing the air launchers, and we're adding a different amount of holes to test for the optimal launching mechanism for landing the ping pong ball into the cups. And we figured out, or my team figured out today in studio, that we only need one hole for the best optimal distance for hitting the cups.
This is Jacob, and I'm here to talk about our finalized design aesthetics. When planning everything, we wanted to make sure that we were able to leave most of our time to accomplishing all of the design tasks at hand, and now that we have been able to do so, we can now talk about design. And with design, we have two features. We want to do the flag of South Korea, which is on the left, and on the right, we have the dragon that I talked about with you earlier that I'm going to fix around the cannon so it looks like a cool dragon, has the balls for the arrows shooting out of their mouths. All right, that is it. Thank you, and I will hand it over to Andrew.
Okay, so after our first competition, we've changed a little bit of the things there were some errors that we had with a lot of our testing beforehand. One of the most frequent errors that we had in failures was in our gears. So we have bought gear shaft collars and we're installing them so that we have improved stability of our drive systems and that we don't burn out as many gears. That has been a problem for us, and sometimes that can be scary if it's the night before a big competition and you lose a gear and you don't have time to 3D print a new one. I have been altering the code for the air valve. We've been testing it over the past week and testing how much of a delay would be needed at the right angle for the balls to shoot, but also to not lose too much air when you start that part of the system and you launch your archery shots. So testing those delays at the right value from between 1 to like 20 milliseconds and finding where it's most optimal for the system. We also have been setting it up now for it having a T valve with two separate air valves, and we're testing whether to do both at the same time, one after the other, and how that will work with how much air and pressure is in the system and will be most efficient. For possible improvement areas further on, just our timeline structure in general, since most of our tasks have slowed down over the last 2 weeks, and picking it back up and making sure that we get on top of all of our testing and our design improvements, and then of course increased group testing sessions over the course of this week and into the next outside of our studio so we can fix everything up in time.
This is Luke. So I'm just giving you an update on our schedule, how we're looking. Our goal was to be done with our upgrades by 11/11, and we've kind of followed that. We have a little bit more still to do. We have a new working design for a reliable air launcher. We're going to still be testing that, so I wouldn't say it's done. We still need to mount it as well. We have added a cone shape to the end of our money ball to scoop easier, and we've also added a string update so that we can have our solenoid working more easily without falling out. And then we're also going to continue testing this next week with a little bit of the fabrication still. And we still have the same goal of having the robot score max points by the end of this week. Thank you.